As of today, one African businessman controls more wealth than the annual budgets of several African countries combined. His name is Aliko Dangote.
My name is Aliko Dangote, and I am the Group President and Chief Executive of Dangote Group.
In this video, we break down exactly how he built his fortune, where his money comes from, and how powerful his influence really is. Like and subscribe now for fact-based breakdowns of wealth, power, and influence. Who is the richest man in Africa? The richest man in Africa is Aliko Dangote. He was born on April 10, 1957, in Kano, Nigeria. He is the founder and chairman of the Dangote Group, the largest industrial conglomerate in Africa. As of recent estimates, his net worth is over $20 billion, making him the wealthiest person on the African continent and one of the richest people in the world. Dangote has held this position for more than a decade, with brief interruptions during global market downturns. Where his money comes from? Aliko Dangote's wealth does not come from technology, oil speculation, or cryptocurrency. It comes from manufacturing. The largest source of his wealth is cement. Dangote Cement is the largest cement producer in Africa, operating in more than 10 countries across the continent. In several African nations, Dangote Cement controls over 50% of the market, giving the company massive pricing and supply power. Beyond cement, Dangote also has major investments in sugar, salt, flour, fertilizer, oil refining. Each of these businesses serves essential daily needs, which keeps revenue stable even during economic crises. The cement empire. Dangote Cement is the backbone of Aliko Dangote's fortune. The company operates cement plants in Nigeria, Ethiopia, Tanzania, South Africa, Senegal, Zambia, and several other countries. Nigeria alone accounts for the largest share of production and profit. Dangote Cement has an installed production capacity of tens of millions of metric tons per year, making it the largest cement producer in Africa. In multiple countries, the company dominates the market due to large-scale local production, reduced import dependence, lower transportation costs, strong government infrastructure demand. Cement is critical for roads, housing, bridges, and public infrastructure, which ensures constant demand. This is why Dangote's wealth remains relatively stable compared to tech or finance billionaires. The Oil Refinery project. One of the most important projects tied to Dangote's wealth is the Dangote Oil Refinery. Located in Lagos, Nigeria, it is one of the largest single-train oil refineries in the world. The refinery was designed to process hundreds of thousands of barrels of crude oil per day. Its primary goal is to reduce fuel imports and make Nigeria a net exporter of refined petroleum products. This project alone cost billions of dollars to complete. If fully optimized, the refinery has the potential to change Nigeria's fuel economy, save billions in foreign exchange, increase Dangote's net worth significantly. This is why global analysts closely watch the refinery's performance. How he built his wealth. Aliko Dangote did not start as a billionaire. He began his business career in the late 1970s as a commodity trader, dealing in sugar and cement imports. Over time, he made a critical shift. Instead of importing finished goods, he focused on local manufacturing. This move allowed him to control production, pricing, distribution. He also benefited from early mover advantage in many African markets where industrial capacity was limited. This strategy turned basic commodities into long-term cash generators. Global influence and power. Dangote is not just wealthy. He is economically influential. His companies employ tens of thousands of people directly and support hundreds of thousands indirectly. Governments across Africa rely on Dangote-owned factories for infrastructure development, job creation, industrial supply. This gives him a strong voice in policy discussions related to trade, manufacturing, and infrastructure. Despite this influence, he does not hold political office. His power comes purely from industry and capital. Lifestyle and assets. Aliko Dangote lives a relatively low-profile lifestyle compared to many global billionaires. However, his assets reflect his wealth. These include multiple high-value properties, a private jet for business travel, luxury vehicles, Strategic investments across Africa. He is known for prioritizing business expansion over public luxury display. This approach helps him maintain long-term growth rather than short-term attention. Criticism and controversy. Like many ultra-wealthy individuals, Dangote has faced criticism. Some critics argue that market dominance limits competition in certain countries. Others question the relationship between large corporations and government policy. However, supporters point to job creation, reduced imports, industrial development. These debates are common in economies where large-scale industrial players dominate key sectors. Why he stays at the top. Dangote remains Africa's richest man because his wealth is built on essential goods, long-term infrastructure demand, manufacturing, not speculation, regional expansion. Unlike volatile industries, cement and energy provide consistent demand. This stability keeps his wealth resilient during global economic shocks. Aliko Dangote is Africa's richest man because he controls industries that build nations. His fortune is rooted in cement, energy, and large-scale manufacturing. His influence stretches across borders, economies, and governments. And as long as Africa continues to build, his businesses remain central to that growth. This is how Africa's richest man built and maintained his fortune. Subscribe for more factual breakdowns and explorations.